welcome back to Podcasting on Nerdy. You're here with DatNerdADC and Branden2K.
How the heck have you been, my guy?
I've been here, man. I've been here. If you've been following, if you know me, or if you know I've been following a little bit on my socials, I don't post much, but you know that I've been through it. I've been through the ringer here lately. But I'm back.
They tried to get him with the T virus, y'all. They tried to get him with the T virus. We got him the green vial. He's good to go now. We're back. Wreck in effect. Let's go. I'm so excited for this episode.
I'm banning it up, man. All in my veins.
Let's go. Let's go.
So, we have a lot to talk about, and we're going to start, you guys. We're not going to hold you. We're going to get you in this. So make sure you have your drinks ready and your snacks ready, because we're about to go full force up in here.
Buckle up.
Let's talk about the future of the MCU. Let's talk about that. I am kind of worried about your phase, 4? We're all coming up, all right? I'm worried about your phase 4. I'm a little bit worried for you, man. I'm slightly worried. You hear all this news about the woman Silver Surfer and all this other stuff. Like, what are they doing over there in your camp, man? I think they're starting to take a page out of Zack Snyder's book. They need to give the wrong man off the foe.
This guy. Okay, first off, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. At least we got phases. At least we got some organization to our nonsense.
We got chapters now. We got chapters now. We got chapters.
You're right. You got chapters now. But here's the deal, guys. If you are a Marvel fan at all, you guys will know that there's so many stinking universes. Not quite as many as the DCU, but quite a few different multiverse options going for this, basically a multiverse saga. You knew there was going to be variants. You guys saw Loki. You guys watched season 1 and 2. You guys know that there's going to be variants of people. So they got to have a wide variety of implementable things. And the stories are going to come out, and you guys are going to follow along. It's going to be amazing. Don't let this DCU hater hop over here and get you discouraged. The female Silver Surfer has been used in comic books. There's plenty of source material, guys. Just stay in. Just stay in. I really feel like things are going to smooth out, but as everything, it takes time. Not near as much time as the DCU, but it does take a little bit of time. So make sure you guys are locked in. We'll have more news coming out, but like Deadpool versus Wolverine's coming out. I don't want to hear any complaints right now. You guys are getting Hugh Jackman is coming back on a silver platter as Wolverine, and everything we're seeing is so positive about this movie. This is going to set the bar for everything else going forward.
Guarantee you, it's a one-off.
What you mean? No. Don't get me wrong. They're not going to have like a Deadpool versus Wolverine 2. No, of course not. This is a way to. I think they're bringing the mutants in, and this is going to allow more things to happen, and you're going to have a lot more to go with. You know what I mean? We don't have very much information right now. We're getting like castings, of course, but all the information's in the comics, and there's plenty of source material out there. I don't see the issue whatsoever.
No, I'm giving you a hard time, man. I am excited.
I know.
I am excited about Deadpool versus Wolverine. I saw that trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, the fangirl in me, I had to go get an iced latte right after it because I was white girling it up. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm in it, man. I'm in it. I'm sold.
You better be. It's gonna be great. I was wrong on some of the castings. Famkid's not confirmed for the movie, but gosh, there's just wait. I can't wait.
Looks like Sabretooth is coming. You're gonna mainly all your Fox crew is everyone. Yeah.
Just Famkid didn't confirm it. And I don't think she's in either, but I think that it's gonna be so many like the Ant-Man mask opening up and the giant skull inside, and then you saw it. There's so much.
So what I heard, that the plot basically is the TVA is after them because the Wolverine we're getting is being pulled like right before he dies in Logan. Basically, so the Logan death that doesn't happen.
I don't know about that one because what
that's what
I've
I've
seen
heard.
is he fails. It's a Wolverine that failed to save his own universe, but got really close, and Deadpool needs his expertise to save his universe. But I believe it's TVA wanting to wipe it. I think you're 100% accurate with that. I think you're 100% accurate with that.
So I think Deadpool goes to that timeline trying to get Wolverine's help, and at first it doesn't work. First Wolverine's like, I want to kill you. And then eventually they buddy up and Wolverine comes around. That's kind of where I've seen the story going.
Good cop, bad cop, buddy cop type thing.
Yeah, they realize they have that. They realize they have, a similar enemy in the TVA that they need to band together to solve that problem. So I'm excited about this movie. Give me Toad, give me Nightcrawler, and I'll be happy. Ray Park needs work.
No, he don't. That man is so busy with stunts.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he still has snake eyes and stuff. Well, no, he doesn't, because Henry Golding took it from him. But I love that man. That dude's awesome.
We know.
But who wouldn't, man? That guy's body of work.
Yeah, legitimately. Like, don't get me wrong, Ray Park's a legend. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you haven't seen the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, go watch it right now. This will be setting us up going down the road, and we will have a lot of answers. So many answers that I think we're going to get so many answers we're not going to know what to do with it. So make sure you guys are paying attention. Lots of Easter eggs. I think there's going to be a lot of cameos. I think it's going to be an excuse to make just the most ridiculous. Like, Ryan Reynolds makes ridiculous movies, guys. Like, literally makes some of the most ridiculous movies. If you guys, just side note, if you guys haven't seen the trailer for If, which is directed by John Krasinski, who is supposed to be my choice for Reed Richards going forward, but I guess they chose otherwise. Whatever. That's what you get. Don't even get me started.
Joel.
Ginger literally the only I love Pedro Pascal, but the only reason he was even considered was because he's owned by Disney. Point blank, period. Anyways,
he's oversaturated. I love him, but like, I would not have gone with him because it's going to take a lot for me to see Reed Richards. I'm not saying he can't pull it off, but he's an actor who is embedded in culture right now, and it's kind of hard. It's like if you were a cast this is throwing a random name out there, not something that I would ever think they would do, but like Will Smith as Reed Richards, right? It's like his body of work is so like
it'd be like booking Will Smith as Reed Richards in the 2000s.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
100%.
It's just like he's oversaturated. He's Joel. He's, what I'm saying? The list goes on. Like, people in Last of Us, the second season, I believe, we're not going to be far away from it when Fantastic Four comes out. So there's that too. It's just like,
and Mando season 4.
Exactly. It's like, yeah.
We'll see. If we see him in any more than 1 or 2 movies in the next 4 years, other than that, I think I completely agree with you. I think his time is going to slow down now in the limelight, and I think that's going to be a resurgence for him in a couple of years, because I think they're still almost 2 years out, if I'm not mistaken.
4.
Fantastic Four? Okay, then yeah. I think having him pop up and like them establishing the character in other movies like that, I think that his other roles will start to slow down. You'll see him come back as Reed Richards. I think there's still time to get him out of our face.
Well, spoiler alert, if they follow the games, we don't have Joel for too much longer. So.
And if you guys don't realize that The Last of Us is based on a video game that you haven't played, you probably need to stay away from the, deep dive podcast. This is for the real nerds, man. I'm just kidding.
So I'm sorry if I broke some of guys' heart. Some of you guys didn't know about that, I'm so sorry. But at least I didn't tell you when. I just said
flat out spoiler alert, though. Spoiler alert. You said.
I just said not too much.
Yeah, but you said spoiler alert. Close.
And Mando, who knows how long he's going to ride that train? So
as long as it's making money. That story, don't get me wrong, it's a great story, but how unnecessary is it?
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great story, and it connects us to Boba Fett, and it puts Grogu in like the Jedi canon that they're not gonna follow later anyway. So like, unless they're gonna give us a new academy, it doesn't matter. I don't like what Din Djarin and Grogu do. It has no bearing on the Star Wars universe, kind of. But anyway, MCU stuff, guys, buckle up. It's gonna be great. Again, we're still in the waiting period. Like we're still kind of just floating around. The shows have been okay. Echo was. I mean, we haven't even talked about Echo or anything lately. It was okay. I think it was a smut job. They needed a violent, dark show, and I called it out. I said, this looks really dark and brooding. It goes to show that it was mostly just the action that was like the dark and brooding crap. Like, don't get me wrong, decent series. Glad they got some ASL representation up in his piece, but it was kind of like violence porn to me. I think it was kind of just violence porn. Just, hey, we haven't given you a nice, good, violent series, so here you go.
And it's kind of a where do you go from here sort of thing. Like,
yeah, I don't think it's going to get a season 2 or 3. If it does, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. So all this little crap I'm putting on the MCU, there are things that have me excited. There are, I say in jest, but there are some things that do indeed have me worried. But there's some things that have me worried about the DCU. So it's, I'm just rising tides raise all ships, right? And so I want the MCU to do well. I want DCU to do well. I want all of them to do well.
Absolutely.
So let us know what your guys excited about the MCU. What upcoming project has you run to your local Starbucks?
And it better be all of them.
So let's switch to the other team here and talk about the DCU.
No, the blue company.
Yeah, right. Android versus iPhone. I'm not going to say which one's which, but even those are polarizing topics.
Right.
But so the last time we talked, this has been as much as we've been off, man. The movie was still called Superman Legacy. It's no longer called Superman Legacy. It's now just called Superman.
Yep.
So a lot has happened since we last spoke to you guys, and they've cast Ma and Pa Kent. They cast Perry White.
Mm-hmm.
They have done a lot of castings. Nathan Fillion has been doing the rounds talking about Guy Garner. And one thing that he said that really intrigued me, and it tells me he kind of gets the character. At least he's been doing some of his homework. He's like, I enjoy characters that have flaws, and boy, does Guy have a lot of them. And one of Guy's flaws is the fact that he has flaws and he knows he has flaws and he doesn't care. I thought that said a lot of what his take on the character is going to be, and I think it's going to be a good take because Guy is a bit of an asshole if he wants to. And he knows it.
And not the fun type, not the Branden2Ks of the world.
No, but Guy is one of the polarizing Green Lanterns. Like, he's known for being like, I want to kind of punch you in the face right now, Lantern. And
how is this the guy a hero?
Right. And I think Nathan Fillion can pull that off. I mean, people think about him as like fall off boy, and like as far as his appearances in the DCU so far, or his little mini cameos and like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. But he can like do deeper roles, and I think his ass off. And I think if he really like brings out his asshole, like Roy brings that, he could pull off a good guy, especially if he's portrayed, and it sounds like this is where they're going. Like, he's not going to be our main Green Lantern. He's going to be an older Lantern. Like, I think he's going to, like, I can't do this no more, kid, and pass it on to your John Stewart or whoever, right?
Please give us a John Stewart, man.
Well, the Green Lantern show they're working on is Hal and John.
I know, but that's gonna
So,
be
so I could see those kind of bridging where I'm pretty sure Nathan's going to appear in the show.
probably.
And and by the end of that series, you're going to have him passing to John or Hal or both. And because they did mention that the Green Lantern show is a big part of their plans.
Well, they said a lot of and it's gonna be animated, correct?
I think it's going to be a hybrid.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a mix of animated and live action.
Yeah.
So, but they mentioned at the end of the Green Lantern show, we'll set up basically the big bad for chapter 1.
Yeah.
So it's really a big part of chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So my guess is Colossus or Darkseid. I don't know if you do the Darkseid load that early. But
not unless you're having a gigantic interdimensional war.
Yeah.
Like that you guys saw the Snyder cut. We know you saw it.
I'm sorry.
That they crammed 4 movies.
They did
into that one cut. If you're gonna do it that way and give yourself a long running series of try to take this guy out, who do they beat after that? Who do they lose to? Or who do you believe they lose to after that?
Personally, but I think it's too much of a deep cut. But Flash did it. I would do a Vandal Savage or something like that.
Or Lobo.
Or Lobo. Yeah, somebody
go Gods and Monsters and do the gladiatorial stuff. Go back and do the old timey what was his name? You would know it's kind of the equivalent of the Watcher, but he picks people up and hey, I want you two to fight. Who is that?
Oh, damn it!
You know who I'm talking about though? Gladiatorial. The reason they have a Contest of Champions for Marvel, but then it's the DC version of Contest Champions. I can't think of his name either. I just watched Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I think if they kind of tapped, because they said that the animated and the live action are gonna be intermingled. Oh my gosh! So that kind of set me off to the whole this could be a good type of live action blockbuster for them if they did it right, because nobody's done that yet. I think Marvel has a chance to do that when all the other old, everybody gets old and they want to make a little bit of money real quick. They pop in a quick Contest of Champions,
right,
one off or something like that, or even if it's animated. But
I think you definitely pull for somebody that hasn't got much love in movies. So I like a Brainiac, a Vandal Savage.
Brainiac's been overused in the video games, though.
Yeah,
and that makes sense to me.
In an animation, but not much in movies.
Not at all. It's hard to pull off. A lot of CGI.
But somebody that can kind of cross streams and be a Lantern threat, but also a threat to your other, your Original Justice League. Yeah. And Brainiac definitely would fit that bill. 100%. And so would a Vandal Savage, in my opinion. For you guys who don't know about Vandal Savage, I know he's not. He's basically a Viking time jumper, basically, who goes around and basically he's very similar to Kraven, I would say.
Okay.
His goal is basically to destroy. He's bored and he wants to destroy heroes. This gets from him in short timelines.
Yep.
So that's Vandal Savage.
Gotcha.
So I would do somebody like that. But they could pull out the Steppenwolf thing again. But I don't know if you want to tie yourself at all to Zack Snyder in that universe, even if it's a totally different take.
Exactly.
But yeah, so let us know who you think the big bad's going to be in Chapter 1. Do they pull Darkseid? Do they do something different? Grandma Goodness? I don't know.
All right, there's so much.
Some of the old gods, you know. That brings in the gods and monsters part of it.
Oh yeah. It could be a lot. So my issues is you're giving away a lot of your story, and it seems like you're kind of getting influenced by outside thought. If you're changing titles, I heard there's some rewrites, I heard there's some reshoots, right? Like already, I really just hope that it's a cohesive vision, because that's the one thing that DC has always struggled with, is having a cohesive vision across more than 4 movies.
Yeah. Well, my thought is if they're doing that, at least they're doing it now before the cameras start really running too much. So hopefully, like they're like, hey, we need to pivot here for whatever reason, and they're making those decisions now.
Pivot. Sorry, hatchet.
But you know, that's my hope, is like they're making those decisions now and not like midway through production.
100%.
And you know, because MCU has had to pivot here and there for different reasons, but like
Jonathan frickin' Majors,
right?
Don't get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that nonsense.
Took Kang from us.
He's still coming. He's still coming.
Or do you think Jonathan Majors is coming back?
Recast. We've come too far. We know too much. There's no shot in the dark.
Well, they dropped Kang Dynasty from the title. I don't know if you heard about that.
And Brave New World is not. It wasn't a change from New World Order. Like, we didn't even get into that. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're gonna do what they want. The titles don't matter. Infinity War was a giant freaking scavenger hunt where there's no war. It's a battle. Like, come on. No. Civil War, red versus blue. That was 15 seconds. 15 seconds of a Civil War. Ain't nobody fighting. Even the Captain America Iron Man fight with Bucky involved. That was 15 seconds of whatever.
They didn't do a good job of really making sense of why they were fighting. I mean, like, I got like the base level.
Just that's the whole point. It was supposed to be the stupidest, like no one's supposed to understand. And then all of a sudden, oh, you killed mommy and daddy. Okay, that makes sense. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But yeah, you get, again, deep dive podcasting while nerdy. You ain't get out. Anyway, but no, that was intentional. 150% intentional. That it was so confusing until the very end. That was the point. Because that's how it's supposed to be. Because you're like, well, Cap and Iron Man, they're like best friends. Why are they fighting? Oh, Cap knew the whole time. He didn't say nothing. Cap's got a dark side. Cap will keep a secret for Bucky. He won't keep a secret for Tony, though. And that's what I think made him more mad than anything, on top of anything else. I think the whole thing was a giant high school argument. Yeah, he killed mom and dad, but it was freaking brainwashed, Tony. Like, come on.
That's easy to say, but that's a whole different story. Like, if you're like, oh, my bad, I was brainwashed, and I like watch you just like shoot somebody I loved in front of me or something, hypothetically.
80 years of programming, and they sent him out on little.
No, I get it.
To make sure he was locked in.
I understand, but from the emotional level, like, it's easy to understand why Iron Man is like, fuck that. You know, like, I totally get, like, I get why the point that Captain America was trying to make, that how that wasn't really Bucky. I get that, but I also get Iron Man's point.
Of I don't care. I get it too. But if that's the reason you keep going, like, come on. But here, yeah, that's a whole different episode. The morality of Civil War.
Who do you think was in the right? Let us know. Video game corner. What do you got for me?
Okay. Couple of things, guys. Couple of things. I'm going to talk about the big one that's on my brain right now. Have y'all heard of Marvel Rivals yet? Cue the clips. Okay. Marvel Rivals is basically going to be an Overwatch style game. I understand that everyone's like, oh, we already have an Overwatch. No. There's a game out called Predecessor. It kind of follows along that kind of line of thing. Kind of feels like Smite meets Overwatch, third person and first person type thing. This is a step. This isn't we're taking Overwatch. No, this is a step forward from the MOBA idea. This has not been done before. As far as anything superhero, this is different than like the DCU online, whatever, and this is different than like say the Contest Champions you guys play on your phones. This is a high level next gen MOBA, and I'm going to try my best to get my hands on it before anybody else does. Not obviously everybody else, but like the general public, so I can get more information for you guys. I signed up for a couple of things. I'm really excited. If you guys haven't seen the clips, I'll link some down below as well. But like, this game looks amazing. Think like the animation right now, like the forward animation that they're doing in the shows. This is just a hair step back from that because they have to really amp up the graphics for like the blasts, and you have Doctor Strange able to do like portals across the map and stuff. So this is going to be a step back from the graphics, but you're going to get a ton of interface. I am so stoked. The clips look insane. I can't wait to get my hands on it, but it is definitely, everyone's calling it an Overwatch clone. It is not. It is a MOBA next gen step forward, in my opinion, involving some of our, magic's in it, like giant sword, like, okay. Go watch the clips. It's amazing. Maybe I'll do like a run through on something. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But man, I'm really, 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 really excited for Marvel Rivals. Other than that, I've also got my hands on, I finally got my hands on WWE 2K. Been playing with Adrian a little bit. I've been playing the show. If you guys aren't playing the show, it's the same game, but it's great. Yeah, it's an update, but it's good. I got my hands on NHL finally. NHL is still amazing. Go get that. The one thing I was also going to talk to everybody about is, what do you guys think of the VR exclusives coming out? There's a Batman Arkham Nightmare or something like that. I think it's like Arkham something.
Oh, I heard about that.
It's only going to be VR, and I am firmly on the side of don't do it. Don't do it. But also my PC's ready to VR if I need to. I don't want to. I don't like VR games as much as the next guy. Drop it in the comments.
The Arkham Nightmare concept kind of reminds me of when they did the VR for Until Dawn.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think it's going to be. I think it's like finally the Batman horror.
Yeah,
that we've been looking for. But I want it as a normal game. I don't want it as like first person. Oh, the combat is not going to look good. The combat's not going to look good. So like, we'll see. I don't think it should be VR exclusive, but it most certainly has been announced as a VR exclusive game. So make sure you guys drop in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of that. Also, if there's anything you guys want me to check out video game wise, let me know. I play it a ton, an absolute metric ton of video games. So just let me know. I would love to check it out.
Speaking of WWE 2K24, I think I figured out a way for us to do my GM.
Let's freaking go, because I have just finished. I lost to Xavier Woods, but I got 9 out of the 10 Hall of Fame trophies before he did that. So I think
are you enjoying that function? I love the hell of my GM.
I sim every match. I don't play any of them.
Me too.
But I enjoy that game mode. It's just hard enough, and it has enough of an assist to make it fun. Mm-hmm. You got to really pay attention.
Take some strategy to it, like it.
A little bit.
Yeah, like, do I spend this much on this guy, or do I save my money? And I like the new arena system, how you have to purchase the different tiers, and like, I love how they brought the trade system into it. Like, it's just so much fun. I recently upped mine up to extreme. I've been trying the extreme mode. The AI is kicking my butt. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I bet. The AI kicks my butt on normal. I dang.
But
I don't know if I can play that with you anymore.
But no, if we can get that to work, we may. I know there will be just another one, but if you guys are interested, we'll do. I know Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze. I mean, they kind of got this on lock. But if you're interested in a series with us, Raw versus SmackDown, ECW
NXT 2.0. What do you mean?
NXT
What do you mean?
NXT 2.0 versus ECW, whatever. Like we could do that.
We could. Matches. We could actually, you know what? Drop a dream match for Mr. Adrian and myself. We'll see if we can get that locked in. We can maybe play that out and throw you guys a clip of that.
Yeah, because I have the season pass, so when all they drop, I'm getting all those characters. Which, by the way, hot take real quick.
Cover your heads, everybody! Talking cover.
2K or WWE, I don't know who, but you guys gotta get better at blatant cash grabs. Okay?
It's 2K. It's 2K. It's
just
2K.
that Pat McAfee pack. Give me a break. I can understand putting Pat McAfee in a pack because he's been part of the WWE universe for a bit now, but no one gives a shit about him and his friends. About his friends, you made a full pack that either if you pay the season pass, it's like an extra $49, or you're paying $10.99. You expect people pay $10.99 for Pat McAfee and his crew. Who gives a shit about AJ Hawk and all these? I think that's his name, or all these other people. Like no one's gonna care enough. The mass wrestling audience is not going to care enough to buy that pack. I am sorry. And that's why you're making it the very last pack. This comes out in like December, I think. But like, why? Why are you putting those guys in the game? Those are spots that you could easily give to so many other people. Why do we don't need the Pat McAfee pack? Did you know about this?
I did, but I didn't realize they were putting Darius Butler and AJ Hawk in it.
It's Pat McAfee and friends. Like one of the packs Post Malone in it.
I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you for not knowing the epicness that is Pat McAfee, because I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan as well.
I have nothing against him putting Pat McAfee.
Oh, no. Pat McAfee, absolutely. He's a commentator in the game. Yeah. His friends, the podcast, aka the show now, syndicated by ESPN. It's massive. Like they pulled numbers. It doesn't matter if they're dressed up in pink overalls and throwing cupcakes at each other. WWE and 2K are 150% corporate businesses. If they see a single dollar sign, they jump on it. They have 5. Enough to like spend a couple hours coding it, because they don't have their own movesets. They have somebody else's cloned into them. Pat has his own probably, but everybody else has a cloned in moveset. How easy is it for them to let us make a freaking wrestler? How hard would it be for them just to throw one together and not have to worry about like going through, go tweet. No, just like done, get out of here. Done, get out of here. They're not going to be like complete top to from the ground up brand new characters in the game. They will 100% have somebody's moveset, which is like the majority of the coding. Everything else is customizable skins. I don't see a problem with it because one, we know that it's a cash grab. We know 2K as a company. Like, my name is Branden2K, folks. I know this company. You have to pay to be a better 3-point shooter. Like, can you earn the coins? Yeah. Is it faster to buy them? Absolutely. This company knows how to make money, and they even found a loophole to get an NFL player card game on mobile. Like, and that's EA has an exclusive like contract with them, and they still were able to do that. they are 150% are just money grabbers. I am not shocked at all. And the best part is people think that they're buying all 6 wrestlers for $10.99. They are buying Pat McAfee for $10.99 and a bunch of custom skins. They're not like they don't. No. They're not. No. I'm not shocked one bit.
I don't know if I'm even going to install that shit, man. That may be a pack that just sits there.
You'll install it so you have an opinion. And that way you have an valid opinion. You'll install it. Absolutely.
Taking up precious memory for.
Like you have any other games downloaded. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like I said, one of the packs is going to have Post Malone in it. And I was kind of like, okay. Well, he has a lot of songs on the soundtrack. Okay. But like, they did that with MGK, I think, about 5-6 years ago.
It's still a skin, though. It's just a skin. And those are so easy for them to. It's harder to get a move set together, a custom move set together, because you have to get the motion capture and all other stuff done. And even then, 2K has gotten so good at it that they have like jumpers from like shooting coaches in the game in NBA 2K. Like you can get J. Cole's jump shot in the game now too. So like motion capture them is nothing. But if they don't even have to do that, it's a reskin. It's a paint job. Not worried about it whatsoever.
So you're okay with this?
I'm not okay with it, but it makes it. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense, and this makes dollars.
Like, and they're reaching, man. Okay, so the pack that Post Malone is in. Let's go into wrestling talk here. The pack that Post Malone is in is called Post Malone and Friends. Comes out in June. These names don't go together, but Post Malone is obviously the person out. So you have Post Malone, Sensational Sherry, Mosh and Thrasher, Honky Tonk Man, Jimmy Hart as only a manager, which also I think is a cop-out. Like, why am I paying for somebody I can't even actually play as? And some My Faction content, which they're still trying to push that bullshit.
Cameos in Mortal Kombat, open the door for all of that.
The main one I'm interested in, Pat McAfee show pack, that one's is the ECW pack. Because that's you get CM Punk, Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon, Sandman, Terry Funk. So there are some good packs coming out. It's just cluttered with some crap.
They have to, bro. It's okay. You get a gift card when someone gives you a gift card for Christmas. Do they put it in a card or they put it in like a clothing box, fill it with tissue paper, and you have a gift card in the middle? What's more fun?
Right.
It's fluff, and they know it is. It's a reskin on all of those characters. That's all it is. Honky Tonk Man probably is like they picked out moves they already had together and just put it on them. I guarantee it. 100%. You're like the game itself has the limited number of move sets, which is it's extensive because they've been doing it for long enough. They have all the coding for it, so it's extensive now. And then all you have to do is reskin people. That's it. And it's
the fact that they're
rating money.
The fact that they're putting Punk in a pack kind of irks me too. Like I get like he came back toward the end of the game, but Punk should be somebody that
if you already have moves from 2016, 17, 18.
Right. That should have been in the game at launch, in my opinion. You shouldn't have to pay for Punk.
Considering Batista wasn't either, and my buddy made my character and asked me what moveset I wanted, I said Batista. He made my character and sent it over so I could have him. I then had to like buy the season pass or whatever that one thing is that had like the pack of like Batista and China and everybody else.
Yeah.
I had to buy that pack so that I could get the move set that I could have for my own character. That I downloaded off of their creation zone. Which that should tell you all you need to know either is the downloadable characters from the creation area.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people wrestle as Donald Trump. I've seen Donald Trump versus Joe Biden.
There's some creative people out there who are making some really good.
And those aren't the people who made the game, Adrian.
Right.
So they all they have to do is push a button. They go, okay, randomize. And that kind of looks like AJ Hawk. What moveset would AJ Hawk have? Oh, let's make him like a Braun Breaker style, and that's all you have to do. You're done.
Right.
Like it's a skinny RVD.
Right.
No, I agree with you that it's literally Pat McAfee and a bunch of tissue paper. But Darius Butler and AJ Hawk were NFL players too. So like the Green Bay Packer fans and Colts fans would love to play as those two. You know what I mean? So on top of getting Pat McAfee, who's a major, I'm talking, he has a 4-hour show on ESPN where he can say anything he wants except the F word. Mm-hmm. He literally can say shit, ass, bitch, whatever. And the only one they're like, oh, and literally when it happens, they have a little thing and they go, oh, you blew it for everybody. Oh, like they make it a big deal when someone drops an F-bomb because it happens weekly. Like people are so, it was a podcast that ESPN/Disney saw made money and they're like, hey, let's blow it up. And then like
McAfee makes sense.
And if they needed tissue paper to make it worth $10.99.
Well, you could easily done like put McAfee in another pack with like Jade Cargill, like, or something like that.
Why? When you can sell a Jade Cargill pack and a Pat McAfee pack for $10.99 each.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? You got to look through the greedy colored glasses. Because you're sitting there going, man, I just want to make quality game. I want people to enjoy it. I want to have a good time, and like I want it to be legendary. And I'm sitting there going, dollars and mother trucking cents. It's 2K, 2 carats, cash, and clout.
So what we're getting from this, nerds, is we know exactly who's buying the Pat McAfee pack. So you're like, I'm not denying it. I'm buying it.
Better than buying a fatality for $10.99. And we're back on to MK1.
So,
every episode,
Rebellion happened a little.
Doesn't matter how long we're gone. Every episode, I'm ripping MK1. I don't care.
So Rebellion happened a while ago, TNA Rebellion, but there was a lot of notable returns we need to mention and talk about.
You need to talk about it. We're still sticking excited.
I am. So Mike Santana came back, formerly of LAX. That was a huge one. Mm-hmm. My boy Sammy Callahan, catch him on Twitch playing games, came back.
Right next to Speedball.
Right next to Speedball. The Death Machine is back. And then did I not mention Matt Hardy?
Broken Matt Hardy is back.
Broken Matt Hardy. So I don't think as of this recording, any of them actually, Mike Santana has. Other than Mike Santana, have been actually signed to an actual contract. That most of them are running off of per appearance deals.
Yes, sir.
But Mike Santana did sign a contract. He's stated in interviews that he's really looking forward to a solo run. So I don't think it's any interest in reforming LAX, and it definitely are with Ortiz. So
why
not? All Eagle Ethan Page recently left AEW. That news dropped as of this recording. Mm-hmm. So I fully expect Ethan Page to at least make an appearance in TNA, either reforming with Josh Alexander to become the North, or feuding with Josh Alexander. Like I could see Ethan Page coming in and being beside Hammerstone, and being like the ace in Hammerstone's pocket, and it's like, I brought somebody from your past, and Ethan Page shows up or something like that. But if TNA is at least making a play for Ethan Page, WWE is. Somebody's going to be making a play for Ethan Page, because Ethan Page is way too charismatic and way too talented to be left not doing nothing.
100%. I hope it's a team up. I don't want him to go against Josh. I think Josh has got enough on his plate with Hammerstone. we spoke off camera. I think that a run for the tag team titles with Josh Alexander and Ethan Page would be solid. TNA, I've noticed a lot of appearance, by appearance, not necessarily contracts, but like by appearance payments, because they're kind of loaning out their talent too a lot. As I've noticed, in between shows, they're not getting used. They'll be like, "Hey, I want to go do this," and they're like, "Okay, go do it." Jordan Grace is a good example. Speedball Mike Bailey's been really busy.
Matt Cardona came back.
Matt Cardona came back. Yep. There's going to be a lot of great talent from TNA that's going to be out on other promotions. So make sure you guys are looking out for that as well.
Mm-hmm. And I think kudos to TNA for having that model. I mean, not just letting them sit at home. I mean, you do risk them signing with somebody else, but like, hey, I really like it over here. I want to do more dates over here. You do risk that.
But especially when you just get rid of, oh my gosh, Scott D'Amore. He was I don't know what happened there. I still don't. Do we have any more information about that?
We have is speculatory. No one's really talking. Makes you wonder.
Considering his wife stayed.
And trust me, I asked. Trust me, I didn't.
And his champ. Yeah, I bet you did. That's why I was like, that's why I haven't gotten a chance to ask you that. But his wife stayed in his champion or is making a run for is that women's X division?
She's been really in the knockout picture for a while, but also a tag team run. Knockout tag team titles.
Well, she won that. What's that? Not the Royal Rumble, but it's their form of the table ladder or the ladder match.
The Ultimate X match. Yeah.
Yeah, Ultimate X match. She won that. I don't know what happened after that.
But yeah, that's you bring up a good point that Giselle Shaw stayed, and maybe because she has a contract, and that's why she's
contracts get broken all the time,
especially in
conflicts of interest,
especially in promotions that are more lax, like TNA are. Like AEW is the same way. Like it sounds like TNA, but there's nothing against TNA or AEW. That's just how their models are.
Yeah. It's just the ability to do that without being ironclad lockdown contracts.
Right. But I am really excited. I am enjoying the system angle with Moose and his faction with Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers and Isha Edwards. I'm enjoying that. I am enjoying Nick Nemeth in TNA, former Dolph Ziggler. I'm loving that. TNA does have a lot they're still riding on good cylinders with and doing right.
They're still riding Scott D'Amore's great decision making.
They are, and they continue to need to do so. There was an angle recently in AEW where Tony's been teasing an on-air authority figure, and everybody's like, "It's Scott D'Amore's music hits. I'm going to flip a switch." But I can honestly see that happening. That'd be crazy. But no, I think there's some good things happening. And Nick Nemeth has said on Ryan Nemeth has been appearing on Impact lately. Not saying much, but he's been in the background in several Nick Nemeth scenes. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to see where that goes, because I thought Ryan Nemeth had an AEW contract, but maybe he was a per appearance over there. Because we saw,
I think he had a year left when we saw him.
Yeah, because we saw him in Wichita. Yeah,
I think he had a year left, because it was definitely an off-air appearance.
Right.
So I wouldn't be shocked to see him pop up. What I would love to see is them take that whole blonde bombshell scene that they were thinking about doing and turn into like the I want to see a hairband tag team so bad
with Nick and Ryan.
Yes. just like, and then have like some groupies or something and just be like the hairband tag team. We haven't had that in so stinking long. Like I'm talking think Brett and Owen Hart together. That type. Like Bash Brother type, crazy 85 to 95 nonsense.
I mean, I'm sorry, Ryan. Nick is obviously the most talented brother. I mean,
by far.
But Ryan's not that great of a wrestler, but
neither was Devon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And that's one of the best tag teams ever. But don't get me wrong, Devon came a long way towards the end of his career in being technical, but that man just was a bruiser. He just was able to take a hit and deliver a hit.
Boy Ray was holding the beef of that team. Yeah, he was like Roy, like walking Devon, carrying Devon. And I think if Ryan Nemeth started wrestling and they started tag teaming together, it would be much of that same thing.
And he'd get better and have a longer career. I don't think he has a very long career right now if he keeps going the way he's going.
Yeah. So, are you guys still?
But then again, Naomi's fucking still wrestling. Sorry. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't matter how long of a hiatus we take. The toxicity is still right there on the tip of my tongue every second of every day. And you call me a hater if you want to, but that girl. And I'm a filthy casual, and if I can see it, I can't imagine how y'all feel.
For someone who's actually like experienced the wrestling ring, and I'm very much a novice. I'm fully free to admit that, but I have been in one. Like, even I am like, what are you doing, girl?
As someone who's never taken a bump in the squared circle. So it just looks like, don't get me wrong, I understand it's supposed to look dangerous. She's Ronda Rousey level of getting people hurt probably soon. People are just getting really good at dodging her nonsense.
Mm-hmm. So, have you guys? I know we've said it in the past, especially after Bound for Glory. Look back at that episode; we were all over the moon. But have any of you guys gave TNA a chance yet, or are you guys still like, it's TNA, I don't want to bother? Because if you haven't, try it out. There's some good stuff happening there, and they're getting talent left and right. Man,
go back and watch. Like, I say this to everyone. I say it to everyone. Start with the Bound for Glory Will Ospreay speedball match and go from there.
Yeah, I converted this man right here.
The PCO Monster Ball in Bound for Glory 2 was like,
oh man! Now that Sami Callihan's back,
I know.
The matches we're gonna get between Sami Callihan and like PCO. Oh man, it's gonna be epic, man. So glad that that's
don't get me wrong. WWE is still the premier coup de grace, so to speak, for someone says I used a Finn Balor reference. Somebody stomp on my head. Oh, Seth Rollins.
Priest of it.
And then literally, guys, don't get me wrong. WWE is and will always be the money play. They have the money for the production. They have the money for the arenas. They've been around the longest. They're going to pull you. But if you want some technical, crazy ass shit on your television screen that involves any form of pro wrestling, my first grab's TNA. My first grab's TNA right now.
I say it's over AEW.
Yeah. AEW is the C tier. Like, if Tony Khan wasn't a billionaire, I'm sorry, if Nick Khan wasn't a billionaire.
That place is bad business.
That thing is bleeding cash. I'm talking leaking. Especially with all these canceled contracts.
How do you let that man go?
Easily, because you don't care about making money. Remember I told you about the Contest of Champions and the thing? We're going to have to look up the guy from DCU. But that's all he's doing. He's collected who he can get, and it's like, oh, I loved watching Edge and Christian wrestle back in my heyday. Look who's on. Don't get me wrong,
dude. I just put these together. He's basically playing a real life version of my GM.
Yep, and losing on normal. It's not hard right now, guys. Do you understand? That's one thing I gotta let you guys know. As a filthy casual, right now is the highest concentration just because of all the people with social media and YouTube and everything. Talent is everywhere, guys. Mm-hmm. Logan Paul is a top 5 WWE talent right now, guys. Logan Yayi literally cut a promo using one of his old 7-year-old YouTube videos.
Yeah. And speaking of bringing friends along, bring all these people who most people are like, who? Unless you're like.
KSI took an RKO. I'm sorry. Was that Speed?
It was Speed, I think.
Yeah. Speed took an RKO and threw an announcer table. When it's a matter of time before Sketch gets speared. It's a matter of time before Sketch gets speared, guys. This is the thing. If you have a camera and you got some resistance workouts and some protein, some creatine, you too can be a professional wrestler.
Right. Get your logo right in the middle of the ring.
I'm just saying, like, Mr. Beast has made it like guys, come on. The saturation of talent is deep. It's not just
Bad Bunny
celebrities and stuff
crazy
like that.
run.
And he was good. That's the thing, is Bad Bunny was good.
Yeah.
It is the highest saturation of talent right now, and it is spread very honestly out in the ring, talent wise, it's spread almost evenly across the entire place. It's just a matter of what's allowed to happen so that matches can look good.
Right.
I would put Speedball up against Dominic or JD McDonough or like basically anybody in that company. But I'm talking like cruisers.
Yeah.
Ricochet, yeah. You want to talk about an underuse and a just complete botchery? Why has Will wow? If Ricochet and Will Ospreay were on the same fucking promotion. Anyway,
speaking of Ospreay, like I told you this, and I think
gotten fat. I told you he was gonna get lazy and not have to work as hard, but he still can be the coolest motherfucker on the block by doing half of what he normally does.
His AEW run so far has been
trash. Kevin, hey, if you guys need to know anything about wrestling right now, Kevin Nash's sound bites on professional wrestling right now are mint. They are so spot on. They are so perfect, and they're so clear and concise that he does not. The man's been around the block numerous times. Like he literally knows what is what, and he literally said Will Ospreay's getting fat. And I go to the last picture I remember seeing of Will Ospreay, and then I go back to the Bound for Glory match. That man's gained 30 pounds, and not in the good way. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to see what happens to people when a different promotion gets a hold of them, because the man does not have to work hard. Well, the Young Bucks, you see how these, like, you can't be like this and not have biceps. I'm told, like, don't get me wrong, I am ripping off of Kevin Nash's direct quotes, guys. I didn't come up with any of this, but legitimately, he says, look at the Young Bucks. You don't like if you're gonna do this, look at Shawn Michaels, and I forgot his tag partner back in the day. When they did this, he still did it like up till he was, retired. He still does it.
Like Marty
He's
Jannetty.
Ripped. Even Triple H is still ripped. The Rock ripped. Dominic Mysterio, Plato. Don't get me wrong, guys. Jade Cargill takes excellent care of her body, and so does Bianca Belair. Naomi does not. Like, you can tell who takes care of their body and works the craft, guys. Like, Jinder Mahal, he's not a wrestler anymore. Like, he's not wrestling right now. Which, by the way, free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who would have thought in this day and age, Jinder Mahal, I mean, he's older, don't get me wrong, he is older. But, like, free agent right now. Though I talked about the whole concentration of talent. Jinder Mahal's a free agent. Anyway, guys, be fans of the people who put the work in. But be a fan of people who are taking pride in the craft. I'm not saying Will Ospreay doesn't take pride in his craft, but I guarantee you right now he's really enjoying not having to work as hard and making 3 times the amount of money. He's enjoying that. He's enjoying that. He's going to enjoy it until he gets hurt again, which he tends to do sometimes. And what happens with that is he ends up getting lazy and complacent, and boom. It's always right before a signing or a trade-off or like going over to New Japan or coming over and doing Bound for Glory or making a break into AEW that he looks his best. And when he gets comfortable, the quality of matches go down, the just all of it. But guys, craft and work.
Yeah.
Go for that.
There's a ton of people that Will Ospreay had bangers with the AEW. You could have had bangers with a broomstick, but
exactly.
But like Bryan Danielson, a bunch of people there. Kenny Omega.
We won't see Kenny Omega or Bryan Danielson for at least a year.
Yeah, but once they make it back to the ring, like those matches are going to be mint.
And that's the other thing is when they get back to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of your body, folks. Take care of your body.
But yeah, give TNA a chance. Give AEW a chance. It's not somebody's people's cup of tea. It's not necessarily mine. I saw it live with Brandon here, and
it was okay. Sizzle Me Daddy was the best part.
Right. But give it a chance. You can like more than one promotion.
150%.
It's not a crime.
You can hate more than one promotion.
Yeah. The things we don't hate are the people that help us pay them bills.
Let me tell you. I'm super
and boy,
excited.
do we got some friends in our corner.
Yeah, we do.
So
start with streamer. Start with the duck.
Let's start with the duck. So above Brandon said, you're going to see the StreamYard logo. That's what we use to come to you fine nerds. StreamYard allows you to stream on multiple different platforms at once. And you can do one additional platform for free on their free tier. And after that, you unlock additional ones you can do it on. If you want to start using StreamYard or your own account, be sure to use our link in the description. You help us out, and we're helping you out. So you're going to save $10 on any paid tier. That's 10. And I think the opening tier is like $25. So that's like $15 for your first month. Get a subscription, bang out those recordings, bang out some live streams, and your money already paid for itself, man. We saved you like half, man. Close to half, yeah. So consider StreamYard. Links will be in the description on all our platforms to use our code. And now, while they're doing that, maybe they're going to get a little thirsty.
Don't get me started. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Yeah, we got an actual tentative release date. Apex Energy is making its triumphant return, and it's going to include nootropics. Not just energy, but that clarity and focus you get from them awesome little mushrooms are now going to be infused in your energy drink from Apex Energy, guys. I don't even know the flavors yet, and I'm so stoked. It is insane. Make sure you guys stay tuned. June. We will be having Apex Energy drinks in our hands from. Well, it's been so long, guys. I'm almost out. I don't know if Adrian's out yet.
I'm almost
for a while. I'm out of my stuff. They literally ran out production, and they decided to revamp, and we're getting them back in June. I am so excited. I am so excited for Tommy and his family because they have been working so hard to get this back up and running, and we are finally going to have product, and it's going to be an absolute banger of a new product. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We will be dropping all the links. We'll have a brand shiny new promo code for you guys for us, and we're going to save you guys some money on not just your StreamYard subscription. We're going to save you money on your energy and give you some of the best energy there is out there for us gamers and nerds without that disgusting aftertaste. Make sure you guys stay tuned for Apex Energy.
I tried that bomb pop and Sprite combination you talk about.
I told you.
It was a game changer.
It's a banger. It turns it into an energy soda, basically. Yeah.
It does. It was great.
Fantastic. I think that's one of the flavors, but due to copyright, they had to rename it. And I don't have the new name off the top of my head, but that was one of those popular flavors. We're going to have it bright and shiny right in our pockets.
Can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's going to be fantastic. You guys, we are back. Rex in effect. Make sure you guys follow all the socials because we have so much coming your way. I might even get back into streaming, guys. You'll even know. Like I might get back out there. You don't even know. Like stuff's happening. We're gonna be doing all kinds of stuff, and there might be celebrities hitting me up. There might be celebrities hitting Adrian up. You guys don't know what's coming down the pipeline. We have not forgotten about you. We are right here, ready to go. Take us out, Adrian.
Your boy has a clean bill of health. So I want so like he said, we're back and we're in full force. And we missed you guys, man. We missed you. And we want come back into the family, come back to the cooler, and let's have these conversations. We're working on a schedule. As everything, we're trying to figure out what's best for you and what's best for us. If you guys got suggestions, let us know. Do you want to see us bi-weekly? Do you want to see us monthly? Do you want a monthly news roundup? Do you want a bi-weekly news roundup? What do you want? Let us know. Reach out to us. We love hearing from you.
It goes down in the comments.
And as always, keep it nerdy.